Grab your boards. Welcome all surfers to Wavvy's Atlantic Ocean.
All my niggas, they gangbang, and all they niggas do the same thing. Counting money, living insane. Steady mobbing, let my flag hang. Told them I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm throwing a monster like Randy. I know that these niggas can't stand me, but the automatic come in handy.
Yo, you already know this Wavvy's word, man. Salute to all the surfers for pulling up. You know I appreciate it. And I hope everybody watching is doing well mentally and physically. Cause shit real out here. Word up. So you already know, man. Get ready to hit that like, that comment, and that subscribe for your guy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. It ain't gonna cost you not a penny, nothing. You know what I'm talking about? So we about to get into this thing. So we got Spoety Face. You know what I mean? He just dropped another video some hours ago, but he dropped another video on his page, on his channel rather, and he basically was speaking on the fact that, you know, after him and JHood had a little situation in front of the camera, he don't like the fact that JHood still have not come out and admitted that nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, Spoety Face, he already had told his full story and everything about the about what happened. You feel me? And I didn't get a chance to cover that. Probably upload it as a short for those that may have missed it or whatever the case may be. But basically, you know, Spoety Face came out. He told the real story. You know what I mean? Well, according to him, I still gotta say according to him because it's two sides to a story. We still gotta keep it fair. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying, I have a strong feeling that he wasn't making up anything. You know what I'm saying? And basically, what he says is nothing happened. You know what I mean? Nothing happened. In a nutshell, you talk about their conversation, nothing happened. But now, fast forward, he just feels some type of way. You know what I mean? And of course, I got the video and the clip and everything. But hey, all I'm gonna say is there's some real live fades being lined up in this video. So I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer. You know what I'm saying? You know how I does it. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna run the clip, and you know after the clip, we're gonna get back to this.
I already didn't like the fact that that JHood then he was letting everybody run around with the narrative that, you know, he socked me or he punched me and I ain't do nothing, you know, or anything like that. You know, y'all wasn't feeling that. So that's why I dropped that video first. Now I'm dropping this video now. I wasn't feeling that, you know, and not only I wasn't feeling that, you know, a lot of my good peoples wasn't, a lot of my good subscribers, a lot of my family, a lot of my homies, just the community, period. Everybody who's, you know what I'm saying, Spoety Face supporters are just real niggas, period. They didn't like how, you know what I'm saying, he went about that, you know, nor did I did, you know, and for that reason, you know, I'm right now, man, I feel like, man, I need that JHood. I ain't gonna lie. I know we could have squabbled. That day in the parking lot. But it probably would have led to some whole other stuff. But now that we both, you know what I'm saying, had time to think about it and stronger, you know what I'm saying, and wiser heads prevailed. I think the time is now, man. I need that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think we should go ahead and get that out the way. But not only we need to get that out the way, we need to do it the right way. You know, show these kids, show these other adults that's you know, that don't have no anger control or can't control their emotions or anything like that. We need to show them, you know, the proper way to do it or the right way we can do it, you know, or there's other option instead of just, you know, it leading to violence, more violence, you know, or different type of communities clashing or getting into it. So I want to challenge you right here, right now, JHood. I want to challenge you right here, right now, JHood. No, I'm not even gonna say, you know what? I'm not even gonna say you, JHood. I want to challenge you and your uncle to a boxing match. A boxing match. You know, you got upset that I was talking about you know, your uncle. You got mad that I was calling him three-finger Willie. You got mad that I called him mudslide Wack, carjack Wack, no jack Wack. I'm challenging you and your uncle, since that's your uncle, to a boxing match. You his nephew, so he wants you to catch the fade with me. This is what we gonna do. This is what I'm challenging you to. I'll catch the fade, but I want him to catch a fade. I got a fade for him. I'm gonna go get my internet unk, Chinaman, Damian Porter, the big fella. Wack, come on in. Let's make this happen, homie. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I'm going to get the big fella. I'm going to get Damian Porter, a.k.a. Chinaman, Westside Hoover, straight like that. Straight like that. You got your uncle, I got my internet uncle. What's up? Damian Porter need that from Wack. I need that from you, JHood. Straight up. We not, listen, you know what I'm saying? I know you didn't like how things turned out. I don't like how things turned out. It's been a whole lot of chitter chatter and all that. You know, that's put on for the culture. That's put on for the culture. We challenge y'all to anything that you want to do. MMA match, boxing match, WWE stuff, whatever. Long as we could get on, long as we could put these gloves on, man, and show these kids that this all you need these days. This is all you need to be a man. As long as you will use these, you don't have to use no guns. You don't have to use no other type of violence, no nothing. Let's do it for the culture. You say you a man of faith. You a Muslim man. I'm an Israelite. Let's do it the right way. So JHood, I come on here right now. I challenge you and your uncle, three finger Willie, 3 up, 3 down. The man that like to get his groceries eaten or his prison wallet played with to a boxing match or MMA match. You gonna turn it down? I know y'all not gonna turn it down. I know you're not gonna let Carson down. I know Jack Wack ain't gonna let Pacoima down. You already know I ain't gonna let the Crenshaw district down. And I'm pretty sure you already know, man. Your boy Damian Porter ain't gonna let the Hoovers down. So right here, right now, man, y'all heard it here first, man. We gonna go ahead and do this, man. We gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna see, man, if we could get it done the right way, man. There's no need for us to be doing this and trying to harm each other or anything like that. We have a differences. Let's handle it in the ring.
All right, so there you go. Now, I mean, he basically challenging JHood to a proper organized fade. Now I'm saying, whether it be boxing, MMA, WWE, as you said, basically anything you want to do, he with it. Now I'm saying, just, you know, set the rules, and then, you know, they're gonna go ahead and make it do what it do. But also, he extended the invitation to Damian Porter, who also has his own YouTube channel, but in the streets, he's known as Chinaman from out of the Hoovers. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it's like Spoety Face would be versus JHood, Chinaman would be versus Wack 100, because they had their little thing going back and forth also. So I'm here for it, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for it. And I ain't gonna lie, Spoety Face been kind of growing on me a little more and more, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I'm kind of digging bro energy, you know what I'm saying? At first I was a little shaky, like when he first came onto the scene, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really know how to take him, you know what I mean? He had some takes on no jumper that I didn't like and everything, even though I don't maybe not like a person or like a person, but I just didn't like some of his takes. But overall, like the way he handling like this situation, I'm smelling it, you know what I'm saying? Because he could be real extra about it, like a lot of these dudes be hella extra with it, you know what I'm saying? But his feeling toward JHood, I agree with that too, and I rock with JHood also, you know what I'm saying? But JHood definitely had the vibe as if something did happen, even when they showed the him after everything was over and they came back to sit down. JHood was looking at Spoety Face smiling and all that, and Spoety Face was just regular. He didn't have his glasses on, so his eyes was all like chinky and everything. But that little image of that make it seem like something happened and JHood possibly was the victor in it, you know what I'm saying? But come to find out, nothing happened. And you know, way Spoety says, like, he keeps a certain thing with him that it wouldn't have behooved JHood to do anything anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like popping off for him and all of that. And then that let lead us here. Like I said, you know what I mean? He ain't feeling that JHood never came out and debunked the rumors. You know what I'm saying? He let people run with the narrative and everything. And I'm wondering, like, is it because of the reputation that JHood got that usually he don't let, once his fade caught up, because he did call him out for the fade, you know what I mean? JHood did call Spoety Face out for the fade. So I don't know if it's a reputation that JHood has for usually once it's there, it ain't no turning back. And I mean, that's like the type of story you hear of him and hear him tell. So maybe he thought that because he went against his usual routine, that people would look at him a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like it put like a chink in his armor. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the reason or if he just was letting the clout build up around his name. I have no clue why JHood, because I definitely would have came on like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing pop off. Like, we went out there, we had a discussion. He let me know this and that, and you know, that was that. I don't know why JHood did that. That right there, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that part I'm not feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling that, me personally. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we gonna see what happened. And I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Wack 100 joining in with this, I don't see it happening at this point. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Wack, and I'm not a Wack hater, I'm not a Wack hater, lover, I'm neutral. But when it comes to anything dealing with Wack and FaZe lined up, I feel like the only way you're gonna get a fade with Wack is you just gotta catch him. You just pop off on him. You know what I'm saying? Trip on him and then see just how that go. Because setting up an actual fade, I don't think Wack gonna do it. I don't think Wack gonna do it. And I don't know at this point he don't want to do it because he don't want to take the chance of taking the L. Because, you know, once the way when you talk a certain way, see, everybody is human. We all expect to win, lose some. You know what I mean? It's just regular, especially when you had so many fights and everything. There's a chance you're gonna take an L, even if you just take one L, right? But with him, when you talk super big and like on some undefeatable type of lingo, like it's like you, anything you fight and you put him to bed and all that, it's like now you're held to a certain standard based off your words, that anything less than that, it ain't gonna hit the same. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna hit the same when you say certain things afterwards. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he's trying to save face, you know what I mean, or what the case may be. But I ain't gonna lie, if I'm somebody calling out dudes for fades, the first opportunity I get for a fade, I'm gonna want to demonstrate to the world, no, this is what it is, and not a couple of videos of some white boys and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I would want to put the action behind my words. That's just me though. You know what I mean? I don't know what Wack angle is or the way he probably think of it, but I don't foresee it popping. You know what I mean? And Damian Porter, he dropped the video on his page, which I'm not going to include the clip, it's going to be too much, but he dropped the video on his page also saying that one, he accept this challenge, you know what I mean? Like, he down with it. Shout out to Spoety, you know what I mean? I'm with that, you feel me? But even he said he don't foresee Wack 107, so he extended it to 600 or any Wack lover, you know what I mean? Because he knows it's a hot chance. Wack 100 is not going to accept it. Wack going to make up whatever reason or say he too big for that, or he ain't giving nobody no clout off his name, which that tend to be a lot of dudes' excuses too. They be using, if they a bigger name than the person who want to fight them or do something with them, it's like they use that as they escape. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way Damian Porter see it, you know what I mean? But he willing, he with it, you know what I mean? But Wack 100, bro, y'all at the same age, two old heads, the two younger dudes, you know what I mean? Run it, you know what I'm saying? Run it, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be in a ring or on the mat, whatever the case gonna be, but it's gonna be organized, so ain't nobody gotta worry about it going nowhere else, you know what I'm saying? Unless dudes decide to take it somewhere else after the event just because they just so much in their feelings. That's still a possibility too. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen, y'all. And as a last note, B Braze, you know who's. Y'all know I be rocking with Son too, but he basically came out on his own channel and said in so many words that he was lying about the play was the slap for that he basically was having JHood sit next to Munchie B, and when that situation between JHood and Spoety popped off, it was really meant for Munchie B. You know what I'm saying?
Facts with my people. I can't do that. Look, on lanes, to be real. Did I talk to JHood that day and tell him sit next to Munchie? On Bloods, I ain't tell him that. Have we talked about this before? Then where have we had? Was that the play that day? Before I answer, was that the play that day? Didn't Munchie and Turtle announced that they getting on unless JHood leave. Basically, they saying that they don't want to be on this on nothing with JHood. What? This was Spoety Face on Grow Mad. Then you just throw some gloves in a fat non-affiliate face and say, let's get him? What's the difference? You got at him like he would have went to jail. You went in there to throw some gloves at my face, I would have flamed you, nigga. What's the difference? Somebody went above your energy? Talked all that shit about that boy. I would have never said in his face. That's the thing. See, people like me, like you said, nigga, you in jail because I guess I'm in jail and I'm not gonna go for that then. I'm not going for somebody that talk crazy about me everywhere to people and then sit in front of me, try to shake my hand. Dead homies. And this is the truth. This is this. Since JHood said that, oh, they is sending me clips of him saying some shit, Munchie telling Munchie, yeah, I did just say that on the thing. That's some West Side Lanes. JHood had been on the phone, called me on the phone with people, neighborhood members that saying that, oh yeah, I'm the one that, I was with them. I was one of the ones that went with them that squished it in the jigs with you on everything I stand for. No cap. Oh man, that shit is like literally put me on the phone with people, nigga, like, oh yeah, I'm with you, dead homies.
And even people in the comment section of that video, like, yo, bro, like, you like discrediting yourself. And he said something about JHood back when we didn't know what the outcome of the fight was. He also said in the video that JHood popped off on Spoety, and Spoety didn't do something along the lines of like, basically like he got verified proof from people that were there that JHood did do something, and basically Spoety did. I remember him saying something along the lines of that too, but and that obviously wasn't true. So like I said, go check B Brave's video, you know what I'm saying, and y'all let me know what y'all think. But that joint was crazy. That ain't make no type of sense to me at all, you know what I'm saying, at all. Like, why make up a narrative even if you don't like a dude? Because that's going to affect your credibility when you say this and this happened, this and this happened. Now that causes people to question what you're saying when you just make up something completely false. You know what I mean? He tried to justify it, and you can't justify that in my eyes. Even if you got beef with a person, don't just lie though. Like, that's like, I don't know. To each his own, you feel me? Some of y'all probably feel different. All that, y'all know I ain't with none of that. You know what I mean? I like to keep it real and call it how I see it, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, you already know though, it's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me in this Wavvy's world. Salute to all of you for pulling up. You know I appreciate every single time, and I appreciate y'all hit that like, that comment, and that sub to holler at the blood. Join the Surfing Nation, man. We always waiting, and of course you already know it's last but not least. Always look both ways before you cross that street, because you might get hit.
But if the boy tall slick,